All right, welcome to our editorial recap live here at day 3 of TM Forum in Nice, France. We've been bringing a team coverage from the event here at the Acropolis throughout the week. And I'd like to welcome today Claudia Bacco, our Managing Director of EMEA region. And Claudia, I've been following your coverage on the RCR Wireless News website, and some really interesting stuff. I was really struck by your report about ISPM and what they're doing with smart city applications. Can you give us sort of an update?
Yeah, absolutely. I always try to look at companies that are doing something with a little bit of a twist. And they are originally from Brazil, and they are doing some smart city applications in Brazil. And one of the ones that they were highlighting in Aguas San Pedro is in combination with Telefonica. And in addition to all the normal smart city applications, they've actually created an app to track the dengue fever status. It's a big problem with the mosquitoes in Brazil. So it's almost like a citizen reporter type of app where citizens can say that they've seen a lot of mosquitoes and the agencies need to come out and fog, or they know someone who has dengue fever. But then the city can say they've gone and fogged in these areas and they're safe and you should go there, or these are hazard areas where you shouldn't go. And so it's really great. I mean, it's just a small application, but think about all the other types of things you could use an app like that for. Accidents, road hazards, bad weather, flooding, things like that. They really so many opportunities there.
Yeah, you know, smart cities really is a quickly developing space, and it lends so much efficiency and really harnesses this technology to push sort of broad quality of life improvements for a lot of people. I find it very engaging. I had the opportunity to check out one of the Catalyst winners here, and it was essentially a robot that is being used in parks in Nice where we are, and it goes around and it empties trash, and you can also sort of report if you see something that's, you know, unseemly or whatever, and a robot can be dispatched and it will go address that. So just some of these applications are fascinating. And then I know you also did some reporting about Acanto Systems, who is sort of doing something pretty novel in terms of network monitoring, right?
Right. So, I mean, they provide analytics and customer experience, a lot of the things that you're hearing other companies talk about specifically at this show. But a couple of things that they do that are interesting is really bringing together the customer's view of their experience along with the operator's view. So they have an app that operators can provide on their phone, where as a user, I can look at my phone and I can see how my voice is performing, how my data is performing, how my different apps are performing. But then I can also give immediate NPS or network performance status feedback to say how I think it's performing. And then as an operator, I can take that data and overlap it with what my analytical tools and my network are saying is the experience, and see if the customer has the same view as I do. And then if it doesn't, I can identify areas that might need additional network planning work. And then on top of that, they have tools to predict happy and unhappy customers. And I said, well, how can you tell that? And one of the examples they gave is if they saw consistent hang-ups and redials, it either showed that someone was hanging up and redialing because they had a bad connection or the call was dropping. And then with all of this information, they can create heat maps to say, these are the parts of a town where the happy customers are, and these are the parts of town where the unhappy customers are, and so they need to focus their network planning efforts there.
Okay, and then I am sitting here looking at some of your other stories, and I know you wrote a little bit about what Amdocs presented here at TM Forum. I believe they have a new release of their CES, right?
Right. So they had a release 9.3. It's a very extensive release. There's a lot of things included here, but the one that I want to touch on related. So I'm sure everyone can associate. You get an email maybe saying your bill is available. You have to go and you have to log in, and there's maybe a few levels of logging in, and then maybe you actually have to download your bill, and that's a real pain. So what this enables, the first step is that get an email, you click on, take you directly to the portal, you can see your bill. Or you go directly to the web portal and you can see your bill. But then based on integrating big data analytics, you can determine segmented offers to offer your customers through their bill. I mean, I think the bill is one thing that hopefully everybody looks at. So it's a good way to ensure that your customers will see the new services you're offering them and being able to tailor them to their usage.
Yeah, Amdocs really is a forward-leaning company. You and I do a lot of work with them, actually, and I think that they've really pushed their the next level of customer experience, which is
Hmm.
interesting. To take all of this functionality that you usually see reserved for the back office, and then use it to reach out to the customer and engage them in a way that drives value on both ends. So it's
Yeah.
fascinating, and for a lot more reporting about TM Forum, I'd encourage our viewers to check out the RCR Wireless News website. And then I know we've also got a lot of good multimedia content that we've been working
Hmm.
on all week. I believe you had the opportunity to spend some time with the fellows from ZTE Soft. They made some interesting announcements, and those videos are up on the RCR Wireless News YouTube page. So, Claudia, thank you so much for sitting in on an editorial recap with me.
Great. Thank you, Sean.